I don't like my...
All right. Hey.
Hey.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
All right. We're going to talk about today. First of all, today is Saturday, the 16th, 2006. We're going to start off talking about Christmas when we were young. You and I were the last ones to come along. Of course, you were before me.
Are you sure?
I was a baby.
Are you sure?
That's what they tell me. And first of all, what do you remember? Think back. What do you remember about Mama and Daddy when we were growing up? What comes to mind? Anything particular? What do you remember about Christmas when you were growing up?
It was an exciting time. I knew that.
Okay. I remember we used to get the tree. We used to go out and get a tree, and Wilson or Clifton or Daddy would put the bottom on it, a stand. We had a handmade stand. It would be maybe like an X, and they would take some wood and build that and put it on a stand. We didn't know anything much about putting water, having a thing put water in and all like we did later on. But I can remember making the stand and putting it up and taking some decorations. And I remember you and I and Mama, I think, would put the lights on. We had the big bulbs.
Those big ones, yeah.
Of course, the little ones have been in style now for a good while now, but I think the big ones are coming back a little bit now. I've seen some lights with the big bulbs on it again. I don't know why you haven't.
No, I hadn't noticed that.
You haven't seen that? Okay.
But I do remember they were big bulbs.
Right, the big bulbs, and we had icicles. We used to put it on at the end of it.
Used to be hanging full of icicles.
Right, it would hang icicles around it and what have you. I know we had to reuse the icicles, and we would take them off. We'd try to be careful taking them off when we took the tree down after Christmas.
And wrap them on a piece of paper.
And they would break. And they would get to a while you didn't have pieces. They were just maybe 2 inches long.
But you just took it and threw it on there.
But we put it on the tree. We still use it because we couldn't get any more. We tried to use what we had and what have you.
Christmas Eve, we remember burning leaves or something like that. Do you remember that?
Doing stuff. We would rake the yard.
Doing this.
I know sometimes we would have to get up corn. I remember getting up corn, and it would always have to be something, seems like, to do the day or two before Christmas. As I said before, I think I remember that and used to think it was something that Daddy was trying to do to get us tired where we would have to sleep good and wouldn't have to get up so early. It was fun though.
Yeah.
We enjoyed it. We were anticipating Christmas. We were anticipating just having a good time with family and what have you.
And the Christmas gifts that you got, you would get a toothbrush or washcloth, or it's not like what you would get now.
They did pretty good.
Yeah, I'm talking about
yeah.
When like I would get gifts for the brothers.
Right. But I know. It was always an exciting time. It was a fun time at Christmas and what have you. Can you think of anything particular about maybe any of the others, Sister Boyd, Wilson, or Clifton? Can you think of anything particular that you can come to mind about Christmas Eve night? Nothing particular comes to mind?
No, that's been 100 years ago.
Okay. What about a gift, a certain gift that you got? You can think of anything stands out that you got one year for Christmas that stands out in your
My
mind?
my last doll baby was
What,
doll baby about like that, and I still got it.
you still have that doll now?
Yeah.
Okay.
About that tall already. It was taller than I was when I got it.
I bet your mama made sure you got it if you left home or whatever, or did you take it with you?
She gave it to me. Yeah.
I know she used to bring stuff to me sometimes, things that she would run across, and even some schoolwork and what have you when I was in school. And I have that now. Right, right. We had I had a lot of things that was that she gave me and what have you. What about Santa? Santa himself. What do you remember about seeing him, talking to him, or whatever when you were growing up? I know when we used to go to town, I remember seeing him, so I know you do too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What did you talk to him? Do you remember talking to him?
Yeah.
Was he kind of scary a little bit?
It was.
Kind of intimidating.
And I can imagine, the children there.
Yeah.
Because
right,
right. It's you just don't. When you're little, you just don't imagine how it is.
Right.
It's just different.
Right.
But yeah, it was scary.
Yeah, I can remember talking to him, but I didn't want to talk to him too long. I try to have my story together and tell him quick what I wanted and go on about something else right here. Food. What do you remember about Mama cooking, eating? What have you around Christmas time?
She had the mincemeat pies and chocolate pies, and she had sweet potato pies.
Okay. Did you remember helping with any of it? I remember her helping some with the fruit cakes sometimes.
Oh
and,
yeah, she did. She had that fruit cake, didn't she? She made. Yeah, I
had
helped cut up some of those
I remember
stuff.
cutting up dates with
Right.
the past scissors, putting flour on them so they wouldn't be so sticky, and
she did. She
putting
always
them up
made
and
a
what have
fruit
you.
cake, didn't she?
Sure did. She made the ice box and the cooked one,
Right.
Along with that too.
Yeah.
You remember Daddy had a particular pie.
He liked that lemon pie, didn't he?
The chest pie, right?
Yes.
It was a little thin
Mhm.
chest pie, and he loved that. And she always fixed
Made
that
that
particular.
too, yeah.
I could eat it. It was good and everything. It was a little bit tart for me, but
I love lemon, so I mean it's.
I liked it,
Yeah.
But I mean it wasn't my favorite, but I think it was his favorite, wasn't it?
Yeah, and he loved those mint candies too, because we'd get him a box of the mint
Sure
candy.
did, sure did.
Those little bitty
I remember
thin
that, the
mint-
little thin mints. He sure did.
Mhm.
He loved those too. He sure did. I had
He's
lost
got
sight of that.
He's got a great granddaughter that loves them just as good as he did.
Yeah.
Karis, she
Right.
loves them.
Okay. Okay.
But and we used to get cherry covered chocolate candy. Do you remember?
Yeah, right. Sure did. I remember
that
getting
was
that
one
too.
thing that Santa would always bring.
Always have that. That's
It was a
right. I
box
did
of
too. Yeah, I remember
chocolate covered cherries.
that. And what about? You remember? We used to have a box. We'd write our name in and put it in a particular place.
Yeah.
And
We'd have to set our box.
have a box that so you knew who got what.
who
And
got-
Santa had to know where your place was
Right.
and where to leave your stuff at and what have you. Yeah, I remember that too. And I told some of them earlier, I had the thought that the bigger box it was, the more you got, but that was just my thinking. I couldn't understand why anybody would want to put a little bitty box right there when they could get a big box, I thought Santa had to fill it up. I was going to help him lighten his load some, right there. Can you remember anything particular about shopping? I know I remember we used to go to the show, to the picture show sometimes, the movies. Sometimes Sister would carry us and leave us at the theater, and her and Mama would go shopping some. Do you remember doing that?
I remember going to the movies, yeah.
Okay. Most of the time it was a Western on.
That was on Saturdays,
on
most
Saturdays,
when I
right,
remember, yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I remember doing that too.
Yeah.
Right there. What else can
It
you?
was some good old times, that's all I can remember.
Right.
It was just,
Right.
it was a lot of fun.
You remember walking home from the bus?
Oh, yes.
What do you remember
gosh.
about that? You used to.
You used to pick on me. And you know what?
I was smaller than you were. How could I pick on you?
You didn't either. And we'd get into it, we'd put our books down and fight all the way home, and then we'd have to go back and get our books.
You used to beat up on me?
You used to beat up on me.
But you were the big sister. I was the little one. Now you know you can't expect anybody to believe that you were.
Oh, yes you did.
What are you, 7, 8 years older than I am?
You are full of it.
I thought you were. It's 7
But
or
now, I
8.
remember when you were born.
You remember when I was born?
I sure do.
What do you remember?
I was 3 years old, but I remember it.
What do you remember about
I was
that?
in the living room.
Okay.
Somebody knocked on the door, the front door.
Right.
Daddy went to the door and let Dr. Pete in.
Okay.
He went straight into their bedroom. And I didn't know what was going on. Now they know. But I didn't know what was going on until I heard you crying. Wah! Wah! And Daddy came out and he says, "You've got a little brother in there."
Okay.
Now I won't put 3, but
you remember that.
I remember it.
It's amazing, you know.
Yeah, I don't
things that
remember
you
many
remember.
things when
Right,
I was
right,
3, but I remember that.
Right. Okay.
And I went in there and you were laying in Mama's arms. She, was laying in the bed and you were laying right there with her. So, I mean,
right.
that's just as clear as.
Right. Well, I remember you and I playing together on different things. We used to. I know I used to play paper dolls with you. I don't know why you remember it or not, but we used to have cut out.
I remember paper dolls,
cut
yeah,
out
but
paper dolls.
I didn't know you.
I remember. I don't know why you were just giving me 1 or 2 to
I don't know, but I
keep
mean,
me out of your
yeah.
hair. But I remember playing with. I
I
remember taking string and making what I call string houses outside.
Yeah.
And we would have a living room,
Right.
a bedroom, and a kitchen.
And yeah,
we would just
all tied in string.
it was tobacco string.
Right.
Tobacco
Right.
strings. We wouldn't have sticks or anything sticking in the ground. We would take a bush and tie it around a bush or a tree limb or what have you. And doing that, it was just something that we could make up in our own minds. You remember playing Nobody's Out Tonight?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They don't do like they use. I mean, they don't play games and all and do things.
Imagine you make up things.
I mean, just like paper dolls. I don't think little ones play with paper dolls that much.
I don't even
now.
know if they have them that much now. Not tell you
I
the
have
truth.
seen some, but I mean,
it's not very much.
No.
But they were coloring books. I can remember coloring some and playing paper dolls. I remember you and I doing it some. Yeah, I remember that. I was trying to think of what else I could think about. Can you think of anything else? How about tobacco? You remember working in tobacco?
Oh yeah. I remember.
You and I used to hand leaves together.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
You remember when we
I had gotten up in the barn too. I got up in the barn one time.
I remember you getting up in the barn and passing the tobacco up in the barn on the tip holes there. And cause I wasn't big enough, my legs weren't big enough to go from one tier to the other tier, and you being 7 or 8 years older than I am.
3 years older.
Let's see, 1, 2, 3.
3.
Yeah, I reckon you are
3.
right. Okay, it's 3.
3 years older.
For the record, it's 3 years older. Okay. Yeah, we used to hand leaves. I think the lady that we used to hand them to a lot of time was named Leola.
I saw her not too long ago.
Leola Campbell, I believe, wasn't it? we
Yeah.
we handed leaves to her, and she used to wrap. And we had a water jug, a water jar. We used to keep water, ice water in that we drank out of. You didn't have a cup or anything. You turn around and drink it one way, and then we'd give it to you. You turn it around and drink it the other way, and then we'd have it vice versa when we got ready for it again, because we didn't know where it was. I don't
Right.
think. You know, who drank out of what side or nothing like that. We didn't know
But
it.
now, do you remember working in the fields, and we'd go to the spring and get down on your hands and knees
Yeah,
and drink out of that?
I remember doing that sometime. It would, you see some.
You'd wipe the leaves
Yeah,
or whatever.
push the leaves
stuff
back and
to-
blow on it a little bit.
Yeah, and-
get all the trash
I mean,
away from it,
and it was good.
It was good water. Yeah, it was cold. It was good water.
And Mama used to bring some cocoa. You remember? Did you?
Yeah,
You
we used to put it in the
Was you
freezer a
working?
little bit and get a little ice on
Didn't she
it.
bring it out there?
It would have a little skim of
Yeah.
ice. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, we'd stir it up and it would be a little skim of ice on it, and that would taste some sort of good.
That
wouldn't
was
it?
delicious.
Yeah.
I didn't like white milk. If
Yeah.
she didn't make it into cocoa, I couldn't.
You remember sometime Mama would fry chicken for breakfast. You remember that?
Oh yeah, every Sunday morning.
Yeah. Okay.
And I remember fixing the chicken on Saturday night too.
Okay.
Help picking the
Feathers
off of it.
Yeah. Right.
Woo.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Mama raised chicken.
You don't,
and, she.
You would go out there and
Yeah.
kill it, and then after she killed it, she would put it in some hot water.
Boiling water. Yeah.
And
that
you
would help
take it
get the
out, and
feathers
if
off
that
of it.
won't just smelling this thing, but you just
But,
you
I mean,
sit there and
you didn't have,
got it off.
You
and
couldn't go to the grocery store and buy all what you do now. You had to do what you had to do at home a lot of
She
times.
fixed that fried chicken on Sunday morning and plenty of biscuits, homemade biscuits, to help fill you up, so
Okay.
because there wasn't enough
Okay.
chicken to go around.
Okay.
I mean, till you got full.
Right.
So
Absolutely.
you had,
Absolutely.
and she made some good biscuits
Absolutely.
and homemade gravy.
You ever pick any cucumbers?
Yeah. Have you?
I picked a lot of them.
What did you
Probably
use
more than you did.
No. What did you used to do?
What do you mean? What did I used to do?
What did you used to do with your bucket?
Empty it when they got piled up, or when they would drop off on the
Wait a
ground.
minute.
I would pick them up off the ground.
Whose bucket did you put them in? Because you were sitting on yours.
Sit on my bucket.
You sit on your bucket. You turned it upside down.
No, you take the
did.
bucket and put the cucumbers in it.
You may have put some in mine or whoever was picking.
No.
You were sitting on your bucket upside down.
You must not have been in the same field I was in.
Maybe you were sitting in it on top of it and putting them in there, but you used your bucket to sit on.
Yeah.
We
You
went
all
to White Lake.
Well, you all that. I was just fixing to ask you, what did you do with the money that you got from the
We had to
cucumbers?
pick cucumbers to go to White Lake.
Okay.
But sometimes I think somebody had to do a little over their part to get the money, because you cheated a lot of times.
Is that what it was?
Yes. You cheated.
Oh.
You would cheat, but we
had a good time, didn't we?
we had to go to White Lake every summer.
Right.
We did. But
Yeah.
we couldn't go though unless we had that cucumbers to pick, did we? I mean, that was just
Yeah, you know,
it was,
it was hard work, but we enjoyed going. We look forward to going.
Yeah.
We used to get up early in the morning, and if we had enough money, we would spend maybe a night at White Lake. But if we didn't, you remember going down there early in the morning
coming back.
and coming
yeah.
back if we didn't have enough money, right?
Yeah.
Coming back the same day.
But
It would be late getting
we
back.
stayed a lot of times. We
Yeah,
would stay a
right.
night, and
It was you didn't have in those bathhouses. You didn't have a private bath. You had a hallway bath.
right,
You remember that?
right.
You had to go outside the room and go down the hallway to get to a bathroom.
But Mama would cook a box full of fried chicken, and we would eat on that.
Right. And wouldn't have to buy much food down there. How about going? Since you mentioned that right there, she did the same thing back going to the fair. It was always going to the
I know.
fair was always a week of your birthday. It fell somewhere in that
Right.
period of time. Your birthday being the 20th of October.
And we would have a tailgate.
Yeah, right.
Eating, wouldn't we? I
we
mean,
would go outside. We would see the other folks
Yeah.
buy stuff inside, but I
But-
mean, we didn't know nothing else other than when we got ready to eat, we went back outside
And eat chicken and
and
sandwiches.
eat chicken and sandwiches at the car, and
it was good.
enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I enjoyed
It was
that.
good.
Didn't think no more about it. Of course, we didn't know no different.
We didn't know. We didn't know.
But I enjoyed it doing that. Sure did. Sure did.
Exactly.
A lot of good times.
Exactly. That was.
Sure have. Let me ask you this. We'll move on to children. Can you name all of your children full name in the order they were born? Okay.
Robbie, Lee, Danny, Ray, Christy, Lynn.
Okay. And mine, let's see if I can think. I got one child, Dana Leanne. She was born October the 11th, 1974. So I had an easier job than you did.
Okay, you want to know the year?
Okay, yeah. Tell me the year.
Okay.
Yeah. It's those things you don't ever remember. You don't ever forget, do you? You know the time. You know the major events in your life.
Okay, Robbie was born in July the 10th, 1964, and Danny was born February the 10th, 1966, and Christy was born November the 1st, 1972. Okay, so she's 2 years older than Dana, is that?
Something like that.
Okay.
Right. It's something like that. Dana was born in 74.
Okay.
And right. Okay. Can you name your grandchildren in just one name would be fine, and in any order you want to. Can you name?
Okay, like Robbie has got 2.
Okay.
He's got Tyler, and he's got Brittany.
Okay.
Then Danny has got 3, and his is Brock, Cody, which are twins, and Kyle, and today is his birthday. And then Christy has got 4 girls, and they are Carsey, and Kaylee, and Karis, and Kaden. Kaden Emma.
Okay.
She was named after Mom.
Okay. All right.
Others were named after somebody too, but.
Okay. Well, that's great. You got quite a list there, and you did good in your.
Yeah.
You remember the names and what have you. My grandchildren, Dana's got 2, and she's looking for another one in January. A little girl. The 2, Lauren and Cameron, and like I said, we're looking forward to add to that in January.
You don't ever get too many.
There you go.
They're all sweet.
There's one other thing I was going to ask you. Slipped my mind right now. Can't think what it is. Can you think of anything else that you'd like to add? I thought I almost had it on the tip of my tongue, but I can't.
That means you're getting old.
Is that what it is? Oh, okay.
That means you're getting old.
Well, you know what? You're always 3 years older than I am. Always. So you just told on yourself, you know it.
Oh, sure.
You know it.
Oh, sure. I'm proud of it.
You know.
I'm proud of it.
Can you think of anything else that you'd like to talk about and add to what we've talked about, Ora Mae?
I know we always enjoy coming to yours and Judy's house and
Well, always
having
glad to-
Christmas and the
always
4th
glad
of
to have you
July, and
Okay.
it's real sweet of y'all to do this so we can all get together and see one another.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm always glad to have you and all the rest of them here as often as you can come. And like I said, if you ever need a map during the year,
You are full of it.
I'll give you a map.
You still ain't right.
I'll give you. I'll show you. I'll show you exactly how to get here. Give you the turns and all that. If you need it, you just let me know. Right there. I still can't.
You ain't changed none much, have you? You still. You still picking on me just like you did when we were little.
I know it's something else I want to talk about, but I can't think of it.
Well, that's okay. You'll think about it after a while.
All right. We're gonna wrap it up then. I just like to say I appreciate you taking your time from your busy schedule and sitting down and reminiscing about the past. We looking forward to many more years, but we've certainly had a good time.
We have.
And
we've had a bunch of them.
Very fortunate. We sure have. Well, I'm gonna cut the thing off now, and thank you, Ora Mae.
Just broke it.
Okay.